Can't believe that I missed that. Okay, so are you able to see the screen with my agent portal on it?
Yes.
Yep.
Wonderful. So this here is just the way that it looks for you log in. And just to give you a real quick example of what the products are, I'll just punch in a couple of random numbers here, and then I'll bring you to what these packages look like, and it will give you a really nice visual. We'll go ahead and add a spouse just for good measure here. Okay, so in our portal, this is what this will look like when you pull it up. We've got our pre-made selections here. We've got a package called Flex Fuel. We've got one called Career Pro, Independent Pro, Early Retiree, Senior Advantage, Freestyle Package, and then our Critical Illness Focus, and then the Smart Virtual Care, which this is just strictly virtual care, which at $0 copays. This is baked into all of these other plans, but it is available on its own as well. So just for, let's just take a look at the Senior Advantage package for a moment. The way that this plan is, well, you know what, those people that I entered in for birth dates aren't senior ages. Let's go with this one here. Let's go with Independent Pro. So this plan here comes out, you can see the way it's defaulted at $145.46 per month. That includes all of the Flex 3 membership, which is the $0 virtual benefits, and those are unlimited. And it also includes these packages here. So if you look at the AME, for example, it defaults at $7,500. You can change this, maybe make it a little bit lower, maybe increase that amount. The beauty of this is that right as you're doing that, you can see what those differences are. And not only that, when you change it to look at it, you can see it changes real time with you here up in the top as far as what those numbers look like. So you're not fussing around and going back and forth and trying to find quotes that you've done or can't find them backwards or forwards. That's a mess. We also bake into all of our plans the accidental death, $25,000. Disability, we can say, let's add, this person's maybe making more money, they want $1,000 a week, and maybe these people don't want critical illness at all. So right now, the way that I've customized this particular package with all of these benefits for this husband and wife together, their monthly cost is $110 for both of them. And again, this is with all of these coverages. We can take some of these coverages off. You can make them richer, you can make them a little bit lesser. So that goes to the flexibility that we were talking about earlier. And then this is the membership portion here of the Communicating for America, which is the virtual care app. We also have a virtual vet app as part of this. All of these virtuals are at $0 copay. The virtual vet has a $39 copay, and that's just because it's not in with our medical model because it is veterinary, it's more of a service. But yeah, that's really how this works. And if you go back here to the products, these are the different packages, and we are currently working right now on kind of combining some of these to make it a little bit more simplistic to go through and choose the packages as well. And again, you can review and modify, and I'll just put in my number here, or my email here, excuse me. And we're already at enrollment. And this here is basically just standard information. I'm just going to put some things in here. All right, so you can see at this point now we're at step 4. I've entered all of the information as far as, names, phone number, contact information. At this point, you can share the client, you can share the application by email with your client. You can also send it by SMS. We are a very, very technological forward company. We have this made for mobile first, very, very compatible. You've got an attestation button here.
And what happens when, excuse me, when that gets sent to the client, whether it's email or text? Do they sign for it that way, or what happens? Or is that just for information purposes?
It's for information purposes, but the next portion here is about the signature that you're just asking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and so at this point you would hit one of these attestation buttons. One is if you have the applicant present with you and they're signing on their own behalf. And the other would be is if maybe they're on the phone with you, or if you're working in a call center environment, to where that signature is verbal. We'll just say that they're in the office with you here. And
so if they're not in the office, then a verbal signature will work.
Yes, correct. You would just, as the agent, you would just attest that you're taking that from them directly.
That's nice and easy. Great.
Yes, for sure. And at this point, then, it's electronic signature, and that's how that will populate. And that will populate the same regardless of whichever of these attestation buttons that you are using. And we are at the end. This is the last step. And at this point, we would look at, we do offer a credit card. You can do it, they can put in their payment information that way. We suggest ACH. ACH is just a lot better for persistency and stickiness. You don't have credit cards expiring. You don't have cards being lost, things like that needing to be changed. And it's no different than any other type of an ACH entry. You would just put in your account holder name, your bank name, routing address, and account number. Right here, I have this plan starting on November 6th of 2024. Now, if I had this dated for, say, January 1st, 2025, and say my client really wants this, but they really don't want to pay for it right now, or they can't necessarily afford it right today, we can click this button here, and that will delay that ACH payment until the policy effective date. So essentially, you can sell the policy, you can submit the policy, you can do everything that you need today, regardless of, as long as it's within a 60-day window, and click this delay button, and they won't have to pay for it until it becomes active. And at that point, you click pay, and you are literally done.